Welcome to my channel. Now, I'm a carpenter, as you know, and for all of my working life I've been drilling holes of all different sizes, but mainly for structural timber work for these things, for coach bolts. So this is an M12 and I would use that somewhere like here through this triple ply beam. In fact, we've got to drill that one out, so that's something we'll be doing shortly. But I buy lots of auger bits. They're my go-to drill bit for proper carpentry and joinery work. And basically an auger bit has a scribe, a chisel, and it also has a screw, if you like. So it draws itself in, it scribes, and then the chisel cuts it out, and you get a fabulous clean hole. Let's get that bolt out of the way. We don't need him for a minute. Now, the thing about an auger bit is we use them for refurb work as well, and every now and then you'll be drilling, say, a rafter to a joist, or you'll be drilling a stud to a joist, and you'll catch a nail that you can't see. You know, it might be coming from the roof battening, and you basically damage the end. Now, I reckon, I did a little calculation, and I reckon if I bought 10 of these a year for my whole career, I've been in this for about 32 years. So do the sums, it's 320 bits, and they're around about £10 each. That's £3,000 worth of auger bits. Now, the majority of them can be resharpened, providing they're not too damaged. I mean, there's a couple of examples here. So I've got these old ones out of my store, and I thought, well, these all need a bit of a touch up, and I'll give you an example. Now, the first thing you find about an auger bit is once the scribe is lower than the chisel, it's a waste of time, because you'll never file that chisel down to the scribe. So all the time, the scribe is higher than the chisel. You've got a chance of saving that. I'll give you another example here. And you can see that this one here has got a chip out of it. That's clearly hit a nail. So let's see how that operates with that chip out of it. That's super untidy. So we'll pop that one there. Let's try this big one here. Again, this sort of drill bit here is what you use for a rim lock. Let's give that a go as well. I mean, that's so dull, the size of the hole, it won't even draw it in. So we'll have a go at those two. I think we'll have a go at those two, and we'll tidy them up. Now, I've always used a file for these, and I've recently tried a diamond file, and this seems to be like a really nice solution. So this drill bit here has got a very clear, you can actually see where it's hit something metallic and it's flattened itself off. But we've got a little bit of scribe left above the chisel, so what we'll do first is I'll flatten that off with the file on the back, keeping it flat to the actual bit. And we'll just take that off there. So this is a diamond file, a bit like a diamond stone. You can use a lapping fluid. I think most of it will just run round the bit and end up on the timber. So we'll clean that off first, that burr. And what I would say to you as a little tip when you're sharpening bits is, sharpen it, try it, sharpen it, try it. So basically, by doing that, you might over sharpen it and lose the edge that you had perfectly well a few minutes earlier. So I've just taken that burr off first, and I'll try that back in. Let's give that a go. So straight away the scribe is cutting so much nicer. It's actually cutting, we just need to clean up the chisel point and the back of that scribe. So we'll give that another go. So now what I'm going to do is clean up the inside edge, which is just about here. So I'm going to clean up that. So what I'll do is I'll put that on the end of the timber there, nice and flat. And I'll give that a go again. Before I touch the chisel, let's give that a go. So straight away you can see the improvement as we go. So I know that the scribe is cutting really nicely now. Now we'll tidy up the chisel bit, which is here. This is a little bit more tricky because you want to make sure, again, you keep your file super flat to that chisel there. You don't want to rock and roll. You want to try and just start taking that off. It's a bit of practice, that's all it is. But it's super satisfying. Once you've actually done this to a few of your bits and you've got them back to tool shop ready, I mean, it's just absolutely brilliant. And I love the fact that you can resharpen these. There's nothing, they're not tungsten carbide or anything like that. You know, this is quite a soft material. You can see how the diamond file is making really light work of that chisel edge there. So, then we'll have another go at that. And it's going to take, okay, I'm talking, so it's taking a bit longer, but I'd expect to spend 3 minutes on something like that to tidy it up before I'd use it again. Before I bought a new one, in fact. So you can just see now how nice that cut is from where we started a couple of minutes ago, and it was just basically grinding it all out. Now we're actually cutting through. So that one there, I would say, has been vastly improved. Now let's try one of the smaller ones to give you an example. This one here has got a really nasty chip out of it. I don't know whether I could actually save that at all. But we'll give that a go. We'll see how she drills first. I think we did that. We'll give it another go so you can see that again. So she's fairly untidy. You can see as we're going in, if you were fixing a lock or fitting a lock or something like that, this is a 16mm. For some locks you'd use a bit like this, a narrow mortise lock, like a sash lock or something. So again, we'll give that a clean up. First of all, we'll flatten the edge off. We'll try it straight away. So although it feels sharper, it's a little bit ragged, and that comes from that funny looking chip, so it's actually breaking it out. So we'll try and tidy the inside of it up now. It's a little bit harder, let me just, because of the fact that it's a little bit smaller, but we can still get in there with the file. You can obviously see that you're removing stock because it's becoming shiny. You can also then see if you're removing the right part of the stock as well. Let's have another little go at that, and then we'll try it. So a big improvement. Let's just clean the chisel up. I like to stab these in a little bit. We'll have a quick look at that, and we'll give it a go. There's no effort now, and you can see that there's a much tidier hole from where we were a few minutes ago. So straight away, although you're never going to make this one perfect because it has got this little def chip out of it there, just by using a diamond file, you can really tidy that up. I'm just going to try and see, most of them are pretty good because I do try to look after them. This one here has got a bit of a dodgy edge. We'll try that last one, and you get the idea anyway. What I'm basically saying is invest in one of these, and the chances are you could save even your flat bits, your spade bits, they'll all take a sharpen. So that is brutal, that one. Look at that. That's absolutely brutal, that one. So that's the sort of challenge I like. I like to look at this because on the face of it, it didn't look too bad. So you'd pick that out of the tool bag and you think, yeah, that looks all right. But actually, it's got some really nasty bits. So let's get that one cleaned up. This shouldn't take too long. It's got a nice chisel point on it. Let's give that a little go. I'll just tidy up both sides of that. Give that a go. So I would say that it's marginally better than before. Needs a bit more work. Let's get a bit more around that edge. Right, let's tidy up the chisel point as well. Let's give that a go. So it's a lot better than it was when we started. And with I reckon with a tiny bit more work on the scribe there, that could be another fairly good drill bit. So just by running through your drill bits, sharpening a few of them up, you can probably save a fair amount of money in the future, keeping them nice and tidy. I would suggest you keep your tidy ones together and your blunt ones together. Then you can go back to your blunt ones and do them all at the same time. Now I had a smaller normal file before I tried this one. This is a diamond file, as I said. And I found this on Amazon. I'll give you a link to that in the description of this video. I didn't actually know that this size existed. I've seen a smaller one in a set, if you like. I've never seen this one. And because it is curved and flat, you can do a whole range of things with it. So it's worth a look. So check out the link in the description below. It's at my Amazon store. So yes, I'll get a small commission if you buy one through my store, but it's all of these little commissions that help me take the time to do these videos and share my knowledge with you. Thanks for joining me. I'm Robin Clevitt. I'll see you soon.